Hello, everybody. I'm Gary.
I'm Connor.
And wait,
And we are Time Sweeps. Today we're going to be talking about a few things, mostly Homecoming and about the new Spider-Man deal. But let's get on with it. Homecoming.
It's like we just talked about this.
No, this is the first time.
It's
This is
not
the
like
first time. This is the
it's not like
first time
we
we're
just.
recording this episode. It's not the second or third time. Go
No,
away.
not at all.
Go away. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Connor's not going to the dance because he's lame. He
Hey.
doesn't have anyone to impress this year.
Hey. No, it's not that. Shut up, child. I just I have no real reason to go this year. I don't I can't dance for the life of me. Anyone who
That's on
wants
you.
Anyone who sees me dance wants to cha-cha slide off a cliff. Okay.
Did you really just say that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
cha-cha slide off
I
of a
can kick
cliff.
someone in the face, but I cannot dance for the life of me. I can
That's
kick someone in the face, but I cannot dance. That is just.
Is that a challenge?
Well, isn't Taekwondo a form of dancing? Question mark.
It's the
On a
art of dancing
celestial
with your
plane, aren't we
fists.
all actually just dancing amongst the cosmos?
I mean, when don't you like have to
Star
do these
date
ceremonies to get
2134
a
5
belt
6.
above?
Captain's log.
Well, it's more of like a test, and then there's belt uh, promotion ceremonies.
But
But
like, don't you do your final
Mr.
forms
Spock contracted
for
space
your thing?
diseases.
that's kind of like more battles, not battle simulation. Actually, kind of yeah. This is more battle simulation.
So
It
you're like, I final put the final forms. There we go. Are you watching Sensei? There we go. We are.
it's not sensei in Korean.
Well,
It's
sorry, I don't know.
it's sabonim. That's
Sabuni.
the sabonim. That's the
You know,
well it depends on what rank your master is for the different titles. There's a bunch of different titles
why is
like
everything so complicated?
because there's like a whole ranking system even for masters.
Karazi.
Yeah.
Wyatt, tell us about your
Yeah.
homecoming experiences.
Today or what's going to happen for tomorrow?
Both. What's happened in years prior? What is your plan for tomorrow? Hold on. Before that,
I picked up a kid today.
before that, we had our homecoming football game
Threw him
today,
over
and it
my
was
shoulder, Gary.
rained out. Shut up. It was rained out because of the lightning and the thunder.
Shit.
We got sent
The
home.
lightning and the thunder.
Lightning and the thunder. We got sent home by our band director. She said bye. So we went home. We decided to do this. Magic.
He said, Chilton's get out.
But what is your plan for homecoming dance tomorrow?
Well, we're gonna go to a little restaurant tomorrow, and then it's in Northtown, and then we're just gonna head over to the dance.
Are you and your lady going with a group?
Nope.
It's just you and your lady.
I mean,
Yep.
why the past 2 years I've gone with you guys with whoever I was going with.
It's also that nobody there's all these people that'll say that they're my friend. Like you guys, like Gary, you already had a group. Connor, you're not going, but there's all these people that'll say they're friends, but they don't talk. They don't say nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually didn't have a group. Daniel walked up to me and says, "Do you have a group? Are you going?" And I said, "I don't know if I'm going, and no, I don't have a group." He says, "Well, you're going, and you have a group now," and that's how I got into my group. And then
Yeah,
Jared
Still
was
more.
like, well, "Who are you going
a
with?"
lot of people tried, and a lot of people asked me about it, and it got to the point where I got started getting pissed off because I genuinely don't want to go this year. I just don't feel like I really have a reason to go. I don't have any motivation to go. Like the game, I wanted to go to the game. I mean, I'm gonna go to prom. That's it's my senior year. Of course I'm going to prom, but I just don't really have any motivation to go. It just seems like the same broken record. I don't really care. It's just the same thing. Nothing's different.
So Connor,
I'm bored.
my mom says that robotics was struggling during the parade today,
Oh
and you
my
were yelling
God.
at them.
No, I wasn't yelling at them.
My mom says
Okay.
you were yelling at them.
Okay, so
Like, gosh,
basically,
He only had a whip.
We robotics. The robot died right
Are you
after
serious?
the judges, like right out,
That's what
right
happens when you whip
after
things
we
too
got
hard.
off what's the street, and we got onto Armor. The robot died, and so we grabbed the battery off the trailer as it was going by, and then took the other battery out, put it on, and then put the battery in the robot, plugged it in, but it wasn't connecting because of how much interference there was from the cars passing by with like all their GPS and crap, from like phones all around, so it wouldn't connect to the robot until right then, right like after the parade turned around the block.
Yeah, she
So
said
we
that you guys were
literally,
so far behind.
so like we put the robot in high gear, and we sprinted down Armor, and we finally just like cut through a neighborhood because we
That far
couldn't
behind.
run anymore. We were that far behind.
Oh my god, that's so
It was
bad.
But we sprinted down like Armor halfway.
A fleet of nerds and their robot running down the street. What do you
We're
do?
like a bunch of people, a bunch of pedestrians were like, "Hell yeah, go,
Go!
go, go, go!"
My mom was just like, we saw Connor at the parade and he wasn't happy.
Like, but yeah, it was the robot died on Armor.
That sucks.
I mean, at least we made it past the judging table.
Yeah, that's good at least.
Yeah, but our parade float was actually pretty clever. We had O'Neill as Morpheus because
He does look like him though.
so like
Wait, he finally did it. You
yeah,
finally got him to do it.
we finally made him do it.
That's
I
awesome.
want pictures.
I do too.
Well, I didn't get pictures of them.
Crap.
I was gonna get pictures, but
Send
I
it better
literally
to-
had to freaking. We had the sprint with the robot. Okay, we were dead. One of the people who has like blood pressure issues. She was dying. Brianna was dying, so I had to stay with her and walk with her back too. So like,
That just sounds like an adventure.
It was something. I wouldn't call it.
Ben
an
was fine
adventure.
the whole time.
Yeah, I know Ben was fine the whole time.
We don't have
None of your
anything-
instruments have batteries.
I mean,
You guys see the new Boston Dynamics robot?
No. Is it sick?
It was doing flips and stuff.
Are you serious?
It was just going like they had it on a gymnast mat and it was going back and forth doing back flips and front flips and jumping in the air and turning and doing spin moves, and I think at one point it might have did the splits in midair. Stuff that like a robot doesn't really need to do that specific movement, but you know what? I'll accept it. It's pretty neat.
This is the start of Terminator.
Ballerina Terminator.
Have you guys seen the meme of the robot trying to open the door? He's like, and he's cussing. The robot's cussing at the guy who's just messing
Smacking him
with
with
the
a
robot.
broom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go, another day at the lab, dude. Just gotta open this fucking door. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the standard door handle. Hey! What are you doing, Carl? Let go, dude! I'm trying to open the door. Fuck! Carl!
I love that meme so much.
Yeah, that sounds funny.
I like the one where it's like walking around and they have it slip in a banana peel and they edit over like dog sounds.
Yeah.
All around me are familiar faces.
Exactly. Yeah. I know what
So
you're
it
talking
like
about.
slips on a banana, and you know, like when you accidentally step on your dog's foot and it yips.
Yep.
That's the sound it makes, and it's like a really sad sound, but it's really funny
Yeah.
because it's just this robot that slips on a banana and it just makes this yip sound.
I've seen that, and then it's the wasted sound from Grand Theft Auto. It's like
Yo,
it slips and it's like. And like
That reminds me of like that streamer girl who was playing The Last of Us. and
Oh.
like there was the bunny, and then she
It's
like
so
it gets shot, and her like reaction
what game
sounds
that's
like
actually
the
from?
Yeah,
a
it's The
car
Last of
locking.
Us. And she's
It
like,
sounds like a car locking.
it's,
It sounds like a car locking.
yeah. Oh, it's super cool because that's funny as crap, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the best. I laughed so hard the first time I saw it. Oh my god.
Oh, robots loosely reminded me of Star Wars. Anyway, so Mandalorian. I have a real talk for it just for a minute.
Bet. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I like that trailer, and
Mhm.
you know, like it looks like he cuts that dude in half with a door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have two thoughts about it after seeing some of the new merchandise for Star Wars this upcoming year.
Yeah.
So there's a Lego set for the Mandalorian, right?
Already?
Is Disney going edgy?
That's what I'm curious about. Did Lego make a set for a show that's like edgy, or is the Mandalorian not as edgy as we think?
I mean, it's
If it isn't,
Mandalorian. Like,
I really hope it's edgy.
like, I don't think you could do like the Mandalorians without being edgy.
At least in some way.
Yeah.
The
Like-
Mandalorians are brutal
They're
people.
brutal people.
It's easier to like in the Clone Wars they did it all the time with like stuff
Exactly.
happening to the
Because that was
clones.
before Disney bought
But
them.
it's easy. Well, it's not that. It's easier to do it animated because like you can do like a cutaway and still get like the impact of some dude getting cut in the door, and it looks a
That's
little
true.
bit more natural than like if it's a live action show, and then that just like swipes away just a little bit, and then you just hear like shunk like the.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear, oh, you're getting chopped in half. You
My
hear,
point was that like
Maybe the
other
Wilhelm
people
scream.
scream.
imagine getting chopped in half by a door.
Imagine
Sucks
getting
to
chopped
suck.
in half in general.
Yeah, but if you get chopped in half by like a sword or something, you got bested in combat. But like, imagine a door just being like, hey, guess
Well,
what?
I mean that also means I doubt it just happens by accident. You're either just that one idiot in the elevator, or you're like that one clone that got stuck in the wrong door on a prison planet,
Just like the door's just like, hey.
or you got pushed into a door by some
Hey,
Mandalorian
shut
without a
the
real
front
name.
door. I make cringe joke.
I heard the joke, and I choose not to
You-
say anything about
I
it.
know. I make cringy jokes just to annoy everyone.
And if
I
I'm
know
not
they're not
mistaken,
funny
they
at
might
this
be
point.
making like a children's costume for the Mandalorian. You know, like how they
Seriously?
sell like Kylo Ren and like Rey like year round in like toy sections.
I mean, they make
I-
Deadpool kids costumes, so I'm not.
Right, but I'm talking like year round, like they just keep it in stock like right there. Like
Yeah.
Deadpool, they make like a plastic mask, like Iron Man or Spider-Man, like a hard plastic mask. This was like a full-on like this kid's gonna put this on and he's gonna think he's the Mandalorian and he's gonna have a good time in his little tree fort.
Neat.
It's
He's gonna
metal.
think it's the Razor's crest and what?
The helmet, like the costume's actually metal. It's not just plastic.
No, it's like just a plastic
Oh,
mask.
okay.
If it was like a metal helmet, that's more than a children's toy.
That
Yeah.
That's
kid,
just a costume
the
for,
kid
like,
would
small
freaking
people.
fall over from the weight of the helmet.
Not
if it was metal.
necessarily. It depends on the metal it's made of.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Like,
But like,
aluminum's not
freaking,
bad.
what if it was like cast iron?
Okay, what is this? The,
You better have a
fucking
good neck.
20s making cars.
What?
Back in the 20s, like they made cars out of that, and so they're freaking indestructible.
Oh yeah.
So you can drive through a building.
Exactly.
So, and some say that's what the
Without
Nokia
a
that was
scratch on it.
indestructible was made out of.
And
the
then,
brick
they-
phone.
They moved to steel, and then now they're aluminum. So like
Yeah.
a car from the
Aluminum
20s
and plastic.
and a car from today driving at each other head first. The car from the 20s will literally just disintegrate the one from today.
Yeah, like cars from the 60s, like they'd buckle and stuff. You die in that. Car from the 20s, it's gonna keep going.
Exactly.
There's a lot of cars from like the up about 80s, like 20s to 80s. You crash that into something, it's gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
And you're like driving a couch. You can fit 13 people in that car, and you can drive through a building.
The double decker
Mom-
couch.
My mom had
Introducing the double-decker couch.
Like an Impala in high school.
The
They could
devil's
literally,
couch.
they could literally fit a Christmas tree in the trunk and shut the trunk.
That's a little
She
Fit a
had-
lot of bodies in that
She
trunk.
had a boat cart.
Wyatt, don't act like no one heard that. There's a lot of bodies in that thing.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna act like nobody heard it. I'm just gonna wait for somebody
first
to interact.
official episode, and we're
You
getting
already put us
interested.
on the
Alright.
watch list, Wyatt.
And
I
Thunder.
can't help it if I was
I'm
invited
hearing
to
that
the
thunder, too.
Area 51.
Is it actually gonna start raining? Our homecoming game got canceled and it wasn't even raining. It was just lightning in the distance. And
It's
it
gonna
still
rain
hasn't
tomorrow.
rained yet.
I want it to rain tomorrow. Actual game starts, just immediate rain.
Just, I mean,
Shut
the
up,
first
child.
snap of
It'll
the
actually
ball.
happen.
Like it's like
I'm
almost
working Renfest, so
instantaneously.
it's gonna affect me too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're working Renfest. That's gonna suck. Are you
It'll
selling
literally be just
Are you
a
selling
bucket of mud.
Turk legs?
Tuck your legs.
Turkey
Selling
legs.
Turk legs.
Selling Turk legs.
The legs of Turks.
We're already on a watch list, and this is the first episode.
Yo, but one of my favorite things, and you might have seen this on my Snapchat story, but
Turkish legs.
this little
Turk's
kid,
legs?
when the game was being delayed, this little kid got a hold of one of the the noodles, or like the
I
the
was
bang
gonna ask you
sticks,
Oh, I saw that, and you were like,
and
yeah.
he was like playing sword fighting with some of the teenagers, and he was
I know who he
annihilating
is.
them.
He's in theater. His name's John.
And
I
like,
won't reveal his last name because that's rude. That's
Yeah.
No
mild
last
doxing.
name. No last
But,
names
like,
on this
mild.
show.
but
Last names
I-
are banned.
I decided
mean,
to
less
turn on. I
ours.
decided to
Already here.
videotape it with the Star Wars theme going,
Um,
and it was funny. I think it was like Rachel's like either little brother, little cousin, or something. He was blonde or some little blonde, like 4-year-old. I can't remember.
So speaking
you-
of one of those tubes, I hit our friend Ethan so hard with one it popped.
Yo,
After
like
hitting him
I had
multiple
one.
times though.
I had one, and then I had another. One deflated. It had a hole in it, and the other was fine.
I was beating this kid, but it didn't hurt because like they're made. To
It's
hit
a
thing.
plastic tube.
Yeah, so it wasn't hurting him. He was laughing the whole time, and then I just eventually just hit him so hard it popped, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I literally didn't even feel anything."
Poor Zach. I'm not like like Michael, like
We know. I figured which Zach you're
Is that-
talking about.
Zach.
Yeah, like
he sat
radio
in
voice.
gum. Yeah. He sat in gum, like on the,
Oh,
and then like the
Are you
jeans he
serious?
was wearing. Yeah, he sat in gum, and he got
poor
up,
fellow.
and he didn't even notice until this dude pointed it out. He was like, "Oh."
Oh,
And there was still gum on his ass like throughout the night because he couldn't get it off.
that sucks.
And he just like pulled down his shirt. It was sad, but it was funny.
Poor
You get
Zach.
gum on your shirt too.
Yeah.
I'd rather just take the pants off and then go around in my underwear all night.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done personally.
Then you're the talk of
Uh,
the town.
All right.
All right. This
Spider-Man.
the Spider-Man topic. He is back with the MCU. Everyone, officially.
I love how on our pilot, because this isn't the first pilot. This is like was second or third.
Cut this
that
out.
we've
The people must
recorded.
not know.
No, this is the first time we've tried recording this, Connor. First time. Don't tell them.
But like we talked about Spider-Man every single time we've recorded.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't talk. Yeah, I think on our first attempt we talked about how he left the MCU. I mean, we've never tried recording this ever. This is our first time. But he's back in black. What? I mean, in black.
Maybe.
He's apparently, I've heard a couple different things. I've heard that he's only back for one movie, and then I've heard that he's just back.
Which, at least for one movie, still works more than
Yeah,
like
but if it's one movie,
they
that
they
means he's
left
gonna
that
go
story
bye-bye.
wide open.
Yeah,
But
that's
I mean,
true.
at least we get to like end the story a little bit easier.
Yeah. Because it wasn't only affecting them, it was affecting Captain Marvel too. Like even though like we all three collectively don't really care for the character, it's not that. I mean,
I love the character in the comics,
the character in the comics is awesome.
but the MCU version that they decided to go, the direction they decided to go with the character, I just don't like at all.
Like, it's too on the nose with some of the things they do,
Yeah.
and
Right,
that's
and I've seen other Brie Larson stuff, like her in Kong Skull Island,
Yeah.
totally different. Like,
Yeah, she was good in
but
that
for some reason,
movie.
when she did Captain Marvel, there was like something seemed a little more wooden.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
the script was
they
just a little
didn't
clunky
write
in
her
certain
character
areas.
well.
Hi, Peter Parker.
They
That's the
didn't
name.
write her
That line
character well.
bothers me.
But like,
That's something that just bothers me about Tom Holland Spider-Man. And it's not Tom Holland; it's the writers doing Spider-Man in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
He's just really eager to tell everybody who he is. It's like Batman when he meets a new woman.
I'm Bruce Wayne. I have money.
Hey, you want to know my secret identity? I'm Batman.
jump on my bet. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna say that.
Don't.
This is a
Don't.
PG-13.
This is don't do it.
I know.
Don't do it.
I will walk through these backyards. I will get to you.
You live.
Hi, I'm Peter Parker.
Why
Oh,
would you
wait.
say that?
You don't know how
All
far
right,
away
my
you
bad.
are.
We
I'll
were gonna
bleep
have to
that
beep
out.
that out. Thank
There's a
you.
lot of places called that too, though.
I'll still get it out of there. I don't.
Well, we
want
we have already
But yeah,
like name dropped your school, so it's not like
that. No, we haven't.
not in this
and
one.
the last one.
Yeah,
Okay.
but not this
That's more broad versus.
one. I'm
yeah,
gonna leave the.
In
Why would you say that?
thing
in here?
thing
I'm just gonna bleep
in
out.
letter
Just
high
just bleep it
school?
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep
Like-
it out with the.
No, I was thinking
or
just
just like
if you could
just
find the
like
sound clip, just
elevator
like, "Hi, I'm
elevator
Peter
music
Parker."
and said
Hi, Peter Parker.
we're
Hi,
stupid.
Peter Parker.
Obey the Hypno Toad.
All right. So we're coming to the end of this pilot. It's a short one.
Yeah, because
they
we've
will get longer.
tried this
That's what she said.
so many times.
They will get longer. Probably closer to an hour.
That's what she said.
Moving on in the future, but we've decided to do this thing where we end each episode with a "What's your favorite?" question. So this question for this portion, whatever it's called, this question is, "What is your favorite FPS game?" And for all you noobs out there, FPS is first-person shooter. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. Okay, so Connor, what is your favorite first-person shooter?
Mine would have to be Doom, like old and new.
FPS doesn't mean fine papaya smoothie.
Fine papaya smoothie.
Fine papaya. What the hell?
It's okay. It's okay.
Fine papaya smoothie.
That's a Doom. Doom is a good game. Doom is a
Yeah.
good game. I watched
It was like
it.
something that it's a game that like essentially made the first person shooter.
Yeah, and the new previews for the new one coming out.
Oh my god, that looks
It
beautiful.
looks amazing. All right.
Yeah.
Wyatt, what's your favorite FPS?
First person shooter. If we're going by like what I play, like what I'm best at, Halo.
That's also
Definitely
coming
go.
out with a new game. Halo's coming
Yeah,
out with a
and
new game as
it's
well.
supposed
And
to
if
be
we
pretty
also go by
good.
like my favorite is just like a historical standpoint of video games, Quake. Quake was the
Quake.
actual first three-dimensional game where you could jump, look up, look down, swim
That's
under
true.
things, jump over stuff.
Yep. And
That's
then my favorite FPS would have to be Titanfall. One over two. I still love Titanfall 2, but Titanfall 1 was just the classic, and you gotta love it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got more playtime out of it.
Yes, sadly, that game is not coming out with a new one anytime soon. And all you people going, but what
I mean, as
about
far as we know.
Apex? Apex is garbage compared to those games. I don't care what you say.
it's a different skill set.
Exactly, and that is a skill set that I don't have.
All
But
right.
anyway, thank you all so much for joining. Make sure to leave a like if you liked, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Answer the question we just answered in the comments below.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.